Guys, the hypocrisy in Hollywood is unreal. Liberal icon Harvey Weinstein has proven when you're a liberal, they let you do it. Or, as the president once said,
you can do anything.
Now, when Trump said that, it was the worst thing in the world, but liberals, they can grab women wherever. They can harass them, they can abuse them as long as you are loyal to the cause. The New York Times this weekend dropped an investigative report detailing almost 30 years of sexual harassment allegations against liberal Hollywood tycoon and film producer Harvey Weinstein. The things in this story, they're really just disgusting, suggesting that he's a serial abuser of women and has been for decades. Actress Ashley Judd said he did things like ask her to watch him shower. I know, lucky her, right? All right, stop picturing it. And there are lots of other things I literally cannot discuss on family programming. And the biggest part of this all was that everyone knew. It was no secret. In fact, it was the biggest open secret in Hollywood. All these liberal feminists who claim to fight for women's rights knew about it, but they just accepted it as, oh, that's Harvey, who's friends with all of the power players on the left. He's friends with Barack Obama and Chuck Schumer. There you can see them together. Obama's daughter was actually an intern at his company. I know, classy, pimping your daughter out for liberal politics. You actually want me to believe that these people didn't know about any of this? Of course they did, but they didn't say anything because he's one of their own. He's friends with Hillary Clinton, who also had to know, but she kept her mouth shut and she took donations from him. And of course, this wouldn't be the first time she kept her mouth shut over sexual abuse. She only speaks out for female victims when it helps her politically. He's also friends with her husband too. Bill Clinton and Harvey Weinstein, they probably exchanged stories over drinks and gave each other high fives like, right on, man. Weinstein was a frequent guest at the White House during Bill Clinton's presidency and Obama's presidency. So surely the First Lady Michelle Obama knew about it too. As a feminist, you'd think she'd call him out for his disgusting treatment of women. But no, instead she said this.
He is a wonderful human being, a good friend, and just a powerhouse.
Sure, Michelle. Ask any of the women he made cry how wonderful of a person he was. The only person in Hollywood who seemingly had no idea about any of this was BS artist Meryl Streep. She says she had no clue that any of this was going on, even though everyone else in Hollywood did. The actress, who calls Weinstein a god and has been vocal about her disdain for the president, said in a statement, "Not everybody knew. I didn't know about these other offenses." Of course she knew. That's just a big heaping pile of BS. There's no way a Hollywood veteran like Meryl Streep was the only person in town who had no idea. Just does not hold up. These people should all be ashamed for not coming forward earlier. They all remained silent because it was better for them politically, and it was better for their careers not to attack someone on their side. But Donald Trump, on the other hand, they slam him even when there's nothing there because it's politically in vogue to slam Trump. Here is feminist, social justice warrior, and daughter of Gloria Allred, Lisa Bloom, talking about how disgusted she is by the way Trump treats women.
His misogyny knows no bounds and cries out for all of us to express ourselves as forcefully as possible against him. It is Trump who should apologize for his blood coming out of her eyes, blood coming out of her wherever, disgusting comment, which he has never done, and for being the most woman-hating and tyrannical president in U.S. history.
But believe it or not, that very same woman became Harvey Weinstein's legal advisor after the story dropped. And here she is going on Good Morning America to defend him.
What do you do if you have behaved badly for 30 years? Are you going to continue, or are you going to start, a different approach? That's what he's doing.
I mean, the hypocrisy, it's just astounding here. A new approach, a new beginning. That's what this is, sure. Anyone else, they'd be raked across the coals. I almost can't even believe this, but then again, I can because I know the left. Now, Bloom has since resigned as his advisor, but this woman has appeared in the past with armies of women to take on Donald Trump and others. But now that it's one of her pals on the left, she switches sides, and to signal to all of Harvey's other pals that he is in fact on their side, he goes out and writes this asinine, nonsensical political statement saying that he's sorry, and to make up for it, he's going to go fight the NRA and Wayne LaPierre to make sure they retire. What? He's since been fired from his own company, which was inevitable. They had no choice but to take action once these allegations were brought into the public eye. But his virtue signaling still worked for the greater political left. They all fell for it, and they won't touch you if they think that you're on their side. After that statement, SNL didn't make a single joke, not one joke, about Weinstein. Biggest story in the news this weekend, SNL totally silent. The creator of the show said, it's a New York thing. Sure, it's a New York thing. It's also a liberal thing because they look after their own. They protect their own, and they do not attack people on their side, even when they are vile, nasty, sexual reprobates who abuse the women they claim to uphold.